Hey there, Robert Davis back with you. I just have a quick note that I'm splicing in here. I probably forgot the most important thing, and I'm here to correct that. What we want to do is go in your browser, and you have to install Python, which I just, in my zeal to do this tutorial, I forgot that whole step. So here you want to go to python.org here to download. Click on Python 3.10.5, scroll down here to the files and get the Windows 32-bit. That's what I'm using. And so put that in your downloads folder. I'll replace it, yeah. That may take a while, but then you just double click it to launch the installer and follow the steps. And when you get to the first or second screen, go ahead and say that you want to add to the system path and then finish out the installer with the defaults. So I'm sorry I left that out. I'll be more careful in the future, and I'll talk to you again soon. And now here's the tutorial. Good morning, y'all. This is Robert Davis here with you. This morning we're going to start a new chapter on this channel, and we're going to explore some stuff that I think everybody needs, even if you're a pro Delphi developer. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll start up Delphi, and what we want to do is, if you haven't already done this, go to the Tools, get it Package Manager, and search for SynEdit. And then if you haven't already done it, go ahead and install. I've already installed it. Go ahead and install it and accept the EULA and stuff. And you'll have those components in your palette. Then after you get that done, we're going to run over here to GitHub. And this is not a tutorial on how to use GitHub. The simplest thing you can do is go to this Python for Delphi and select the code button and download the zip file to your downloads folder. And then once you've done that, and then you go over here to the installation topics, and it'll give you installation instructions for Delphi and C++ Builder and Lazarus also. So we can minimize this. Now, assuming you've done that, we're going to go to the Demo 1 project in the path where you installed your Python for Delphi components and stuff, all those directories that were in there, and we're going to open Demo 1. And we'll go to Design. Let's see, on the Unit 1. Go to Design, yeah. And here we have a simple 2-memo application, and that it has, as part of it, the Python engine from your, we can look at this, the Python engine from your Python tools palette, and the Python GUI input output, which is right down here too. Well, let me show you what we're going to try to accomplish here. We're going to go to the project I've worked on, and this is Python for Delphi as I've developed it from the demo. And you see I have a couple more buttons, one more button, and this down here is the programming language part of it, and it has syntax highlighting. It's a synedit memo, and this up here is where the program output comes to. This is memo 2, and so let's load a script. Let's see. No, Python and AI. Let's so this upper function. What this upper function does in Python takes two variables, and they're both spelled the same, but the case is not the same. And so what it does down here is it compares the strings using the upper method, converting everything to upper. So you see they're spelled the same. Let's see what happens when we execute script. Strings are the same. Now let's just add an extra O in here and see what that does. Strings are not the same. So this is how you can test for similar in strings, whether someone cases it right or not. As long as they spell it right, you're going to be in luck. And so this is kind of how this works. Let's do one more script here. Well, here's the first one. We'll execute that. And we'll do Kris Kringle. And it says, Merry Christmas, Kris Kringle. If it wasn't Kris Kringle, if it was anybody else, it would just say good day, like good day, Robert Davis. And then it simply prints 2 plus 2, which is 4, as far as I can remember. I'm not sure about this new math. It tells you how long the Kris Kringle is, 12 characters. Starts with a K. And then here we're going to just check out some division. And we'll put in 100 and let's say 25. We should come up with 4. There it is. A and B. 100 divided by 25 equals 4. Both values are valid. Finally. Now this is Python code executing. It's not Delphi. And the importance of this is that Python is now the #1 ranked programming language in the entire world. So we need to get our heads around this, and I'm here to try to help. So what we're going to do is try to make this application look similar to this, even with the icon. So let's minimize this, go back to Delphi. And what we're going to do, whoops, didn't mean to do that. What we're going to do is right click on this memo 1 and say replace components. And it'll take a minute to build because I have a lot of components. And we're going to replace the T memo with a T synedit of the selected component on the current form. So there we go. And you see now it's a synedit. called memo 1. If we run this, it's still working fine. 2 plus 2 is 4. So let's close this. And to get the syntax highlighting and indentation, what we'll do is pi. Okay, we'll put a synthetic Python behavior and pi send Python send, whatever that means. Anyway, I don't think we need to do anything to this component, but this one we need to say the editor is memo 1. And then on the send edit, we need to come down here and say the highlighter is send Python send 1. And now you see we have syntax highlighting. And it will also do indentation of the application. So does it work? It still works. Now let's do a little eye candy stuff. So what you're doing right now is you're preparing your own Python interpreter in Delphi using the components and GUI facilities of Delphi for your Python DLL library. So let's give it a little eye candy. We'll make the we'll come down here and make the position. Oh, I gotta select the form. The position. Where is it? Oh, I selected the panel. I'm sorry. Position. Yeah. We'll make it screen center. I have 2 monitors, so if I do desktop center, it'll get split in half. So run that. Perfect. Screen center. Still working. Yep. 2 plus 2 is 4. Okay, we'll go up to project options. Come on. Okay, appearance. And let's go down here. I'm going to select Luna and say that. Let's see if this still works or if I broke something. 8 errors. What? Oh, this. I don't think this can be up here. I'm going to put that here. And this, I don't know why it loses this A and it adds the extra one here. Don't know that at all. Let's see if it runs now. Yeah, there we go. See, it's looking like we're there. Okay. Let's add a button. We'll go to the Unit 1 design. And let's move these 2 over some. Control right arrow. And we'll select the panel so that what we add goes to the panel. And we'll select T button. And let's see. We want to call this clear script. And then let's bring this down a little bit. There. center it up a little bit. And then one more thing we want to do. I don't know if you've ever tried this, but we'll run this and see. I don't particularly care for the default icon. So, and see, we got clear script. We gotta do the event for that. Program the event on click. So we'll say one lines clear, memo 2 lines clear. Let's check that, make sure that's working. Yeah, that's fine. Now, what I intend to do here is to replace this icon with a Python-like icon. So we'll go to Project, Options, and Icons, and we'll load the icon. I think it's in my documents. Let me see. Wonder where I put that. Just a minute. Okay, here we go. I figured it out. I put it in my demos folder of the P4D Python for Delphi. So we'll go here. We'll go to the demos folder, demo 1, and get the icon. There it is. We'll copy it into the projects directory. And let's see. Oh, that's a ping file. Let me see. Is that in documents? No, just a minute. Oh, well, that gets it done for us. We have the Python icon. And so let's save this. Go over here to the design again. And let's change this from demo for Python to Python for Delphi. I got the wrong field. I don't know. Just a minute. Sorry. That's not what we wanted. Here it is. There we go. And we'll run that. And we'll load the script. And we'll use this dog object. This is how this ought to be familiar to you. It's similar to Object Pascal about creating an object, and we'll size that up a little bit. So one of the things you're going to learn about Python is it's top down. Starts at the top line and goes down line by line. So you've got to make your declarations of your objects and your functions and your methods in advance of the actual program code. So you see here, that's what we've done. I'll split this up at right here. And then this is where we instantiate the object to a variable my dog. And I put her name Sassy, age 10, 69 pounds, and brown. And then see down here, we use the upper function again to make sure that as long as the string's spelled right, it doesn't matter how the user cases it. So let's execute this script and see. And we're going to say yellow. What color is your dog? Yellow. She is not my dog for sure. So let's execute that again. And we'll say brown. But we'll mix case it. What color is your dog? Brown. She's very likely my dog. So there you've got Python running in the bottom window and gets interpreted into memo 2 here. That's a standard T memo. Remember, this is a synedit with the Python behaviors for syntax highlighting and indentation. So one of the things I'm not going to try to attempt to do in this tutorial is explain Python. What I'm going to do is put a link in the description below to a very good starting tutorial. Now, if you're a Python pro, you're not going to need that, but if you haven't been exposed to Python before, this will be a good tutorial to watch to get you up and running. So that's it for this tutorial. We're going to go farther and farther with Python for Delphi, and then Delphi for Python also, where Python actually controls Delphi's entire VCL and wrappers and all that to create a GUI for Python by using Delphi. So, until next time, I wish you a great weekend, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Catch the description below so you get that link to the tutorial if you need it. Okay, thanks. Bye.